Hey everybody, it's a Ginger Optimist. Welcome to my Go Kitchen. Today, my husband Tim is joining me in the kitchen, and we are going to show you how to make better than restaurant chicken quesadillas. Let's go! All right, babe, how do we do this?
Okay, well, you get your ingredients all together, and what we like is chicken with cheese, and the type of cheese we like is Monterey Jack and sharp cheddar, and then onions and tomatoes, and I like to put jalapenos on mine. My wife does sometimes and sometimes not. So the main thing is you want your chicken to be at least room temperature or a little bit warmer than that. So if you cook it and shred it right before you make it, it'll be fine. If not, then you need to warm it up. Because if it's cold when you go to cook the quesadillas, the cheese won't melt as much and they won't turn out as well. Put the Monterey Jack on first on half the tortilla, and you're going to be putting cheese on the bottom and on the top, so you don't want to overdo it. And so you put that on, and then we like the mixture of Monterey Jack with the sharp cheddar, so we put some sharp cheddar on there also. The next, I like to put the chicken on. And so again, you're just working on half the tortilla because you're going to fold the other half over it. And you may find you like your chicken heavier, you might like it lighter. It's all personal preference for each of these ingredients as to how much you want of each thing. But I don't want to make it too thick just because it'll be harder to cook. So you just spread it out on kind of an even layer. And then you want to put on the rest of your ingredients. And again, the amount depends on your taste. We both like onion, so we're gonna sprinkle some onion. Now, if you like working with a spoon or something else to spread your ingredients, you can try that. I just don't find I have a lot of luck spreading the ingredients evenly using a spoon, so I just use my fingers because I can kind of distribute it with my fingertips. So we got the onion on, we're gonna put some tomato on. We both like tomato. By the way, while you're doing this, you can go ahead and turn the burner on your stove. We use a non-stick pan. We've not ever used anything else. I don't know how it would work in a cast iron skillet or anything else, but it works great in a non-stick pan. And so we put about 1.5 tablespoons of grapeseed oil in that, and more tomato on this one, and turn that on. I think it was 6 or 7. That's what we usually put it on, 6 or 7 on our stove, which is kind of medium high. All right, so we got the onions, we got the tomatoes. I'm gonna put some jalapenos on mine. We just buy diced jalapenos. Some people like fresh, sliced, whatever you like, you can put on yours. And then you're going to basically do the same thing with the cheese on the top side. Again, we'll put on a little bit of Monterey Jack. And some sharp cheddar. I know that looks kind of thick, and you'll get a feel for it, but once you fold the top over and kind of smash it down, they'll still be kind of thick. They're gonna be good quesadillas, but it will flatten out a little bit. Oop, already did that one.
So, funny story. Whenever we go to Mexican restaurants, my husband almost always tries their chicken quesadillas. And there's only been 1 or 2 restaurants that you've actually liked their quesadillas. And I tell him it's because, babe, you make the best. So why do you keep ordering somewhere else?
Okay, so once you've got all your ingredients in, maybe you can figure out some other ingredients that you like in your quesadillas, but this is how we like them. Then you're gonna fold it over. And when you do, you wanna kind of smash it down and kind of keep all the ingredients in to the best of your ability. And do that. And some are gonna fall out. You actually end up with kind of like a taco type thing with different layers, but we're going to fry it in the pan. So to make this easier, I'm gonna move them both to the same plate, and we're gonna go over to the stove. Okay, so the pan is on the stovetop with the grapeseed oil in it. You can use other types of oils, but my wife says that grapeseed is good for high temperatures. It has been on 6, a little bit over 6, which is kind of medium high. And so we are going to take and put these in the pan. Now we are using, I think it's the soft taco size tortillas. That's what fits best in our pan. I assume you could use bigger ones or smaller ones, but you want to make sure it fits your pan so it'll fry up well. So we're going to get them in here. You can see them kind of bubbling. The oil's hot. I like to push them down. Got to be very careful not to touch the oil or the pan. I've done that before and it's not fun. You kind of have to play it by ear how long you cook these, because depending on how many you're going to make and how long the pan's been on the stove and how hot it is will determine how long it takes. Usually when I do the first batch, it takes about 2 minutes on the first side, but a lot less time on the second. But the way you gauge it is how it looks on the bottom side. So after they've cooked for a while, then you'll want to kind of lift up the edge of it with your spatula and take a look and see how dark it's getting on the bottom. People like them different degrees of doneness, sort of like people like different degrees of doneness on toast. Lightly toasted, heavily toasted, and so you just have to kind of feel that out too. And again, just every once in a while, you just might want to press it down. You can also press it down with your spatula if you can get some good leverage. Yeah, it's turning a good golden brown. We're going to do it a little bit longer. When we flip it over, you'll be able to see what the bottom looks like even better. To help spread the oil a little bit, you can also kind of rotate the tortillas in the pan, which spreads out the oil that's still around the edges. Okay, they're getting to about where I like them. So the way I do it is I just kind of turn this over and flip this, and then turn the pan around and do the same with the other. And you can see how they're a medium golden brown. That's the way we kind of like them. You can do it a little bit more if you want, or a little bit less. It should not take near as long for the second side as it does for the first. Now when it gets this way, I push them down with the spatula because this side is hot. I don't want to push it down with my hand. It's getting there. It's very lightly brown now. We're going to take a plate and we're going to stick these on there on top of a couple paper towels. That way if there's any excess oil on the bottom, the paper towel will absorb that. The type spatula we use works really good to cut them up with, as well as flipping them over. So I just take this and usually cut them in thirds. Just give it a nice firm pressure. And once they're cut, they're ready to be eaten.
This, my friend, is how easy it is to make chicken quesadillas, especially when your husband does it. You can serve it with guacamole,
sour cream,
salsa, whatever you want, and throw some tortilla chips on the side, and you've got an amazing dinner, lunch, snack, whatever you want. Thank you so much for watching the Ginger Optimist. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to know every time a new video is coming out, hit the bell. Thanks again, my friend. God bless. Bye. Thank you so much for watching the Ginger Optimist. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed already, I hope you will. I look forward to connecting with you. Leave me comments down below. Thanks again, my friend. God bless. Bye.